What does it matter, like, the recording thing?
We have a YouTube channel, so
Yeah,
this
we
is
put
kind of
this
like
on a
considered like a podcast.
By the way, are you okay with us putting this on a YouTube channel?
I'm absolutely not okay with it. How dare you?
Well, too bad. We're already recording.
Wow.
Jack, edit the audio so he says yes.
We're gonna have to make Oscar say yes at some point in the night, and then we'll be like, Jack, use that sound clip.
I'm never saying yes to... Oh, wait, I
You just said it!
Jack, use that sound clip!
So, Allie, you want to introduce us? Introduce it?
I sure will. So, this week on Monster of the Week, we have one new player coming around. His name is Oscar, and he's going to be playing a wonderful character with us on Monster of the Week. Jack is not DMing this. I will be DMing this. This is my first mini Monster of the Week DMing experience, but Jack did consult on pretty much everything. So Jack co-wrote this, basically.
And because he's not with us, I would like to put forth a vote to the players here to change the name of the show from Dice Jockeys to Dice Baby.
Oh, ooh. Anyways, so Monster of the Week campaign. So Kellen has played before. I have played before. Oscar has not played before. I will let Jack and Kellen, or oh my god, I'll let Oscar and Kellen tell you about their characters. So we'll first start with Kellen because he's great.
Oh, thank you. My character's name is Ricky Chavez. My playbook is The Mundane. He's a 13-year-old kid who runs around with like a skateboard. He's like a skater kid, and he loves mysteries and the idea of monsters. He's always looking for it and always getting into trouble. My moves that I chose are Oops, which is if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems. My second move is Panic Button, which is when you need to escape, name the route you'll try, and roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, you're out of danger, no problem. On a 7 to 9, you can go or stay, but if you go, it's going to cost you. You leave something behind or something comes with you, and on a miss, you are caught halfway out. And my last move is called What Could Go Wrong? Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend your hold to inflict +1 harm, reduce someone's harm suffered by 1, or take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll. I also get to choose 2 weapons, so I chose a pocket knife or multi-tool and nunchucks.
Because that makes sense for a 13-year-old boy on a skateboard.
Yeah. And my means of transport is a skateboard. That's another mundane thing. For his appearance, he's like a diminutive little 13-year-old kid. He wears like jacket that's like 3 sizes too large for him, and some really baggy shorts and some skateboard sneakers, skateboard shoes. There's a word for him, I forget what it is. He's a skater boy. He said, "See you later, boy."
Nailed it.
And Oscar, your character.
My name's Oscar. My character name is Jackie Chun, no relation to Jackie Chan or Jackie Chun from Dragon Ball, apparently.
He's definitely not Master Roshi in disguise.
Definitely, maybe not. For the way my character looks, I only put good because all I do is I wear a suit all day. I'm a university recent graduate, and I just put out a bunch of applications and randomly got into CSIS. So that makes me the professional. That's the playbook I'm using. I have a very basic understanding of corporate structure, so my only goal at this agency is to be better than the NSA. And so I took very basic moves because I'm still trying to learn the game. So I took very passive stuff like Unfazable. I get +1 cool because I'm so freaking fly. Tactical Genius. Whenever I read a bad situation, I roll cool instead of sharp. And Leave No One Behind. If I help someone escape in combat, when I help somebody escape, I roll sharp. On a 10 plus, you get them out clean. On a 7-9, you can get them out or suffer no harm. You choose. On a miss, you fail to get them out, and you've attracted hostile attention. I don't know why I took that one. For gear, I took flak vest, and then I took a sniper rifle because I don't want to get myself killed. My mommy told me not to. And I took a 9mm because I don't know anything about these other guns because I'm still a trainee. But I'm a professional trainee.
This may be a stupid question. As the token American, what was the organization you recently joined?
CSIS. It's like the Canadian NSA.
Okay.
For your resources, you are well financed and have weird tech gadgets.
CSIS is able to afford weird tech gadgets and is well financed. However, I'm going under budget cuts right now.
Do we need to do our character relationships if there's only two of us?
Why don't you start it off, because I don't know how this relationship history thing works.
Hang on, let me read through my options. I'm gonna say this one makes a lot of sense to me. You're a bit suspicious of them, maybe due to their unnatural powers or something like that. I think I'm a bit suspicious of you just because you're the man, and I'm a 13-year-old skater kid. I said, see you later, kid.
There are not a lot of good options for dealing with a 13-year-old kid, so I'm going to go with you got sent to deal with them as a hazard to the agency's policies one time. Tell them how you resolve this.
I probably was just doing some sick grinds on like the railing outside your office building.
That sounds good to me. What this week's campaign takes place at an amusement park called Soluna Park. It's a very well-established location that has never had an issue until the new owner came into town and bought it. So basically what's gonna happen here is that there's like an entranceway, and like as soon as you enter the entranceway, you're walking down Carnival Street, like similar to what you would see like in a small town carny, with just your average carnival games like balloon and dart, a bottle stand, duck pond, dunk tank, ring the bell, climb the ladder, shoot the freak, which is a water gun game, shooting gallery, which is also a water gun game, and whack-a-mole, along with several kinds of food vendors. So then that way, like, you can have a chance to kind of sit down and eat. There's also kid-friendly rides in that area as well, so it's kind of like near the center of the park. And then near the outskirts of the park is more where like the wooden roller coasters or the metal roller coasters would be, or your water ride, your lazy river, which kind of goes in and around the whole park, the animal farm.
So this
yeah.
isn't like a Disneyland level amusement park, right?
No, I would say this is kind of like Six Flags. And I have an opening scene that I'd like to recite for you. Yes, Tara, hello. It's Jason here at Soluna Park. There have been several claims over the past 6 months about roller coaster rides, quote, malfunctioning while people are on the rides. Several people have suffered from broken bones and sprains while on the rides. Most people claim that they hear grinding sounds before something happens to them. These events can be the railings seemingly coming off directly from the sides of the rides, the side seat bar coming unlocked at full speed, or even during a loop. I'm here with Tim Netto, the owner of Soluna Park. Tim, what do you have to say about these claims from your customers? Tim says, well, Jason, it's simple. These roller coasters are a bit older and they need a little bit more maintenance than the newer rides. We are working on getting newer rides so that everyone stays safe. That's our number one priority here at Soluna Park. Are you aware that there are rumors going around about you paying customers to stay quiet? Tim responds, those, Jason, are nothing more than rumors. I assure you, I am not paying for people's violences, and I genuinely feel horrible for those who are injured. In fact, today only, I'm going to allow the first 1,000 customers in for free and provide them with a food ticket for one meal while they're here. We are also going to have fireworks tonight, so don't forget to come down with your friends and family for an amazing day at Soluna Park and make amazing memories. Jason responds, well, you've heard it here first. The first 1,000 customers in the gates of Soluna Park get a free admission and one free food ticket. I'm Jason Prowler, reporting for Channel 10 News, and back to you, Tara. So, my question is, where are your characters and what are they doing?
My character has just shown up to the park, trying to beat the crowd and the traffic, and just kind of checking around the boundaries, the entrance, and everything.
I'm gonna try to cut in line so I can get in quicker.
Okay. So, Oscar, while you're looking around, you see like a bunch of carny people just walking around, making sure everything's stocked and ready to go. But then the line starts getting longer and longer and longer as you're standing there. And people are getting a little bit more and more crazy and hectic in the parking lot. You see Tim Netto standing outside of the gate, and he's handing out free lunch tickets to the first 1,000 customers, and he's got like a little clicker in his hand to keep track of how many people are coming in and whatnot. So Kellen, he doesn't see you trying to get in or out of the line to try to get ahead, but a lot of people are just trying to make sure that they're going to be one of the first 1,000, so they're not really noticing you either.
Quick question. Is it the agency that has sent me to this location to search for something specific, or is there like, I guess because no, you know what? I answered my own question. agency sent me here because of all the weird things that are happening. They think it's something else.
Okay. So I could turn around and ask you to investigate a mystery.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, sorry, I haven't read through the whole book, so you'll have to kind of run me through what that entails.
That's okay. What does he have to roll again?
Investigate a mystery is roll plus sharp.
Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, so you got a 9. So you can ask me one question.
Okay, well, you already answered most of these questions anyway with your intro because we already know what happened here, and we don't know if there's a creature, so that's a stupid question.
You don't have to ask these questions right now. You can once you've made the roll, you can ask them later as they come up.
Oh, so I don't even have to ask this question now.
No, you can just ask to hold a question, and then you just write down that you have still a question that you'd like to ask.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask now. What is being concealed here? Because I need some intention.
What's being concealed here? Oh, that's a good question, because there's a couple of things I could tell you. What's being concealed here? There is a contract between two people that nobody knows about in regards to the park.
So with that knowledge, I am going to walk up to the front of the line, and I'm gonna show my badge, and I'm gonna be like, "I'm under a special investigation."
Hey
Like,
man, no cuts.
Hey kid, this is official business. Calm down.
Okay, so Tim is just gonna like look at you, and then like look at your badge, and then look at other customers who are starting to get an eye, and like just kind of like pull you away from the line and pass off his counter and tickets to like the person standing next to him, who was helping him admit people, and he's just gonna like kind of put a hand on your shoulder and just pull you in real close and be like, "Listen here, I'd appreciate it if you not flash your badge in front of the people that I just told that they can come in for free. Why don't we go talk in my office?"
Perfect. Sounds good to me. But I'm gonna need to bring my tools with me. So I'm gonna need you to give me like 5 minutes. Do you mind waiting here for a second?
What kind of dude comes up to somebody and says, "Yeah, I need to talk to you," and then like immediately leaves to go bring tools? What kind of tools do you need?
I need the right tools for the job, and I didn't come up to him. I came up to the tenant at the front desk. What's the name of your character, Kellen?
Ricky.
What makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd?
I have a skateboard. Also, I have nunchucks, but those are probably tucked away at the moment.
You've got a weapon somewhere. You don't know where it is.
See, he's what's being concealed here, Oscar.
Anyway,
Nunchucks.
I'm gonna point out the kid that yelled at me in the crowd because he noticed my badge. I'm gonna grab Ricky Maru over here. I'm gonna be like, "Hey Ricky, I need you to keep quiet here, so I'll let you get into this park for free right now if you work with me here."
Well, what do you want me to do? Because like I'm already getting into the park for free. It's first 1,000 people get in free. It's not really. I don't really think that's a good deal for me.
Yeah, but you're gonna get on all of the free, like that quick lines where you get to skip all the the long lines in the amusement parks. You get one of those if you come.
Oh snap, fam! You're giving me a fast pass?
I'm giving you a fast pass, fam.
I want to see it. Show it to me.
All right, so I don't have it on me. I have it with the owner. We're gonna go meet with him. You're just gonna have to believe me, kid.
My mom said never trust a suit.
Okay, your mom also told you not to take up a good deal then.
I'm willing to listen, but I gotta see something concrete, dude.
I'm gonna wait. No, I shouldn't show him my gun.
Holy shit, Oscar taking this to the next level.
Oh my god. All right. I don't have anything concrete for you, but we're going into that park now while everybody else here is still waiting. So that's all you're getting.
All right, I'll come along.
All right. So then I'll go meet up with the owner. I'm gonna tell him that this is my assistant. Ricky here is my assistant.
Okay. Tim leads you to an office building that's equidistant to the entrance of the park, the Carnival Street, and the maintenance building in the park. So the office building consists of 3 concrete steps outlined with an old cast iron railings leading up to the brown copper door. Inside the main room, there's a lovely sitting area for approximately 5 people. It consists of 1 couch and 2 comfortable armchairs. All the furniture is in a neutral gray color, and they are positioned in a way that faces the desk, which is riddled with papers, files, file organizers, and a desktop computer. The couch is pressed up against the wall underneath a double wide window that overlooks the lazy river and the animal farm through the trees. The walls are filled with certificates of safety, community awards, and maps of what it looked like when it originally opened in the 1940s and what it looks like today. There are pictures of Tim Netto receiving some certificates that are hung on the wall. Behind the desk is more filing cabinets and scattered pieces of paper that never seem to have a home. There's a short hallway immediately to the right of the door that leads down to 2 more rooms. So Tim comes in and he motions for both you and Ricky to have a seat, but then he also looks at Ricky and wonders why he's with the agent. And then he just kind of sits down and tries to shuffle some papers together to make room to make it look like he's not as disorganized as what he appears. And he goes, "So, officer, what can I do you for?"
Guess I gotta do a lot of talking. I've kind of dug my own hole here. Okay. So me and my friend here, which is Constable Kid. What's your name?
Ricky Chavez.
Constable Ricky here.
You're so new at this. Your knee-jerk reaction to dealing with a child is like, "Wait, kid, you're a deputy now. Come help me with my official government business."
So yeah, the Constable Ricky Chavez Jr. here. Me and him were sent by the Canadian government to make sure that this park is up to snuff on safety standards. Boom, nailed it.
Well, as you can see, I've won several awards on the safety standards, and I have letters of authentication to prove that not only were they here and are they safe, but they are some of the safest rides, although they are old.
So you have supposedly the safest rides, yet it is a common known fact, even on the news, that the bars on the rides are falling apart and people are getting injured on the rides.
Well, we do daily safety checks, and we do random safety checks throughout the day, just to try to ensure our absolute safety, because safety is a safety. And he's starting to visibly kind of get lost in his words because he doesn't want to say too much, but he also just wants to say just enough to get you the hell out.
Well, okay, I'll make this easy on you. Me and my partner here, we're gonna go interview a couple of your staff members just to see how the safety checks have been going. And then if nothing's amiss, we'll be on our way. It should be pretty simple like that. We're just following standard procedure right at this point.
No, I absolutely, and of course, and you know what? To appreciate you coming down and to show my staff's complete and utter loyalty and cooperation with this meeting here, I will allow fast passes to both you and your constable, and 3 more free food vendor meals just to make sure that you are completely fed to throughout the day and that your investigation goes strong because you are both energized.
Hey man, bribing a federal official is an offense punishable by up to 20 years in prison.
Yes, but we're not gonna get to that point, right, Constable? As you kind of ruffles your head.
I just give him the "I've got my eye on you" gesture.
Perfect.
Anyways, and he gets up from behind his desk and he opens the door and he kind of gestures for you to leave.
All right. So we're gonna walk a little bit away from his office so we're out of earshot, and maybe he closes the door, and then we'll talk to each other then.
Well, before we do that, I'm going to try and do a kickflip over the couch.
That's against the wall.
Yeah, it's a long kickflip. I don't think I'm going to make it, but I can try.
Wait, can I assist him?
I'll just roll plus cool and see if my trick works.
Sure, that sounds cool.
It's a 6. I beef it.
Yeah, it's too soft. It's too cushiony. It doesn't hold your skateboard in the center balance so that you can do a good. Yeah. All right, Constable Ricky. It was a pleasure having you.
20 years. Just remember that. And then I'll go join Jackie outside. And I'll be like, "So, is this this is like a sting operation or something, right? You're here investigating all those weird incidents, right?"
Yeah, you got it. I mean, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I'm super giddy and nervous, and you seem to have the spunk. So I'm gonna, you can tag along if you want.
Right on, bro. I'm all about this.
Oh my god.
Should you warn him that this could get potentially dangerous? Is this a thing?
No.
Okay.
No. I'll bring the flag to his mom for him.
Holy Just be like, I'm sorry, Mrs. Chavez, Junior, Senior. I tried my best to keep him safe.
Yeah.
You're just totally mentally prepared for this child to die on your watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, where's your next location as you leave Tim Neto's office?
So I have a notepad with me,
Uh-huh.
my character, and I've been writing down everything that that's like I've been kind of pertaining to.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go to Ricky here. So do you happen to know, like, have you been here before?
Yeah, I came once with my mom.
Did you ever have any problems with any of the rides, or did you experience any issues?
No, but my friend's dad who works at Nintendo said he knows a guy who died on the roller coaster.
Do you know what the name of that roller coaster was, Mr. Nintendo?
It was the upchucker.
The Upchucker.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's the wooden one.
The wooden roller coaster? Okay, we're gonna go check that one out first then.
All right, let's do it. So you got any theories on like what's going on?
I have no freaking clue what's happening, guys.
I think it's a poltergeist. That's my suspicion.
I think it's probably just poor sanitation.
Nah, man. I read this in a book once. It's like poltergeists are like, they're not like ghosts, because ghosts are like spirits of the deceased who can't move on because they have unfinished business. But poltergeists are like kind of like an elemental spirit kind of thing who just enjoy causing mischief. So I think this is like a textbook poltergeist case, man.
I just think that these people don't know how to take care of their rides, and I think that they gave me a really crappy job to start, and I'm just gonna exploit every second of it, and we're gonna hit some rides all day.
All right, but let's go in with an open mind.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess we're going to the upchucker.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way down to the Upchucker, and with your fast passes, you walk down like the exit lane, and you come across a young woman in a blue, like a navy blue and mint green shirt that says Soluna Park on it, and she welcomes you, and she's like, "Oh, do you guys have the fast pass?"
We do, but we also have some other passes that allow us to ask you some questions. Are you the person that opened up this ride this morning?
I am indeed. What can I do you for?
Are you the one that did the safety checks on the ride as well this morning?
Yeah. Both my friend Jennifer and I did the safety checks this morning.
Okay, well, we'd like to ask you a couple questions, me and my partner here, Constable Ricky Chavez Jr.
Sure. Just let me send this one card of people on their way, and then I can come step off to the side, and Jennifer can help load the next group of people in. So then the lady turns around, and she does like her safety checks, making sure all like the seat belts or the seat bars are pushed down, and she's like, "Okay, remember to keep all arms and legs and heads and things in the ride at all times. This is a wooden ride, so it is known to be bumpy, and have some amazing memories." And then she goes over to like the station with like the power station and presses like this big green button, and then she just kind of motions to Jennifer, "Hey, I'm gonna be over here talking to this looking good guy with the suit and like some dwarf kid, so I'll just be 2 minutes."
I'm older than I look. I'm actually 43.
But anyway, so what can I do you for? And like who do you work for anyways? Like, where are you guys from?
Canada?
Okay. But like who do you work for?
Canada.
Yeah. We work for the National Amusement Park Ride Conservation Authority Management Team.
That's a mouthful.
Does this story take place in Canada? I'm unclear.
I just left the location anonymous.
It takes place on the Canadian-U.S. border, so it's
It's
literally right on the border. Like half of it's Canadian, half of it's American.
It's in Niagara
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's Niagara Falls. Which one? Who knows?
Anyway, we have some questions for you.
Okay.
Have you ever run into any problems doing the safety checks on these rides in the morning?
There's like the occasional like squeaky wheel that we just use like WD-40 on, but for the most part, no, everything always checks out.
And what makes it different from the everyday rides where people are complaining that the ride goes all haywire?
Yeah, so like sometimes our mechanisms that when we do the test rides, they don't actually always like test the wiring for like the rides. So like we've been trying to do like manual checks on those.
When was the last time someone died?
I want to say like 3 months ago.
Holy shit.
But like people die on roller coasters like all the time. It's fine. It's totally fine.
That's really not a good defense.
Yeah, no, I have statistics right here. I pull out my notepad and I'm like, I have statistics right here showing me, like, here, I'll even and I'm like flashing it to her very quick so she can't actually read it. And I'm like, and it says here that we have 1 death a year in all of Canada from amusement park rides.
Oh, I find that so hard to believe. Like, look at the states. Like, they're totally not even regulated.
They have different regulations. We have our own regulations to go by. So we have to, we gotta stick to these ones.
You're killing me, man.
Well, we know it's not your fault, but we know that you can help us stop any further deaths, and that's what I want you to do. Do you want to be the Wait, what's it called? A patriarch? No, not patriarch.
Patriot.
Patriot. Do you want to be a patriot for your country here and stop more deaths in Canada? That's what your job. That's what you can be today.
Yeah. You know what? Like, about that, according to your quote-unquote statistic, if one person a year dies on a theme park, then I'm pretty sure we're just fine. We've met our one person quota. And she, like, turns around and walks away.
You can't just meet your quota. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump them up.
All right, well, kid, I'm running out of ideas here. What do you think? What do you think the next step of action is here?
I think you should get a new job because asking for advice from a 13-year-old is kind of sad for a government official.
Hey, man, I'm new to the job. All right, you're not gonna be giving out any reviews, so it's not like it matters what you say. You're just helping me out with my job. I'll give you $200 if you fucking nail this.
Make it 300.
Done.
Great teamwork. Anyways,
Do you think maybe we should try riding the roller coaster?
Sure. Do you think this roller coaster is going to have the biggest effect? Their interview didn't at the beginning of the morning didn't say which roller coaster was the one that was having the most issues.
I don't know, but it's closest.
Sure. Sounds good. All right. We'll get in line or whatever. We don't have a line because we're cool.
No, we cut in line because we have fast passes.
Yeah, and we're from Canada.
Can we use the word fast pass? Like that might be a Disney trademark. We got quickie sticks.
Yeah, that's what they call them.
Love it. We'll call them quickie sticks. Anyways,
we show the lady our quickie sticks.
I love how this is supposed to be like a horror thing. So, the girl that you interviewed helps you on to the next cart and make sure that you're locked in, safe and sound.
Ricky, are you a back seat or are you a front seat guy?
I always ride in the front.
Okay, me too. All right, we're in the front cart.
Usual spiel, keep all limbs and whatever in the thing. And she goes over and presses like the green button and away you go. You guys managed to ride the entire ride completely free of injury. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your ride.
Well, I didn't give us any clues.
That was kind of lame. I didn't even almost vomit. Like I thought it was supposed to be guaranteed on the upchucker.
Yeah, and my head hurts like from bouncing all over the place, and my knees are like rattling.
Are you sure you're not just old? Because I feel fine.
You're 43. I'm like 25.
All right, kid, follow me.
So as you're walking through a crowd, you hear like some whispers of, oh my god, did you see Christine Rigsdale is out in the front of the park again? I don't understand how she could put possibly picketing the park when they offered free admission for the first 1,000 people. She's crazy.
Do you think she might have some information that we might need?
It certainly seems possible. I think we should go check it out.
I guess we'll head for the outside of the park, make sure we get a stamp on our hands or whatever, and see if we can find this
Christine Rigsdale.
Do we pass like a park bench or anything like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a grind on it.
Sure. Roll for cool.
I rolled a 7. It's an okay grind.
Yeah, man.
I celebrate by dabbing.
You make your way over to the front, and you see like there's still quite a bit of people standing at the front waiting to get in. But there's one lone kind of older woman, maybe in like her mid-50s, with like silver speckled hair pulled back into a ponytail, and she's like wearing a white shirt that's handmade, like has a handmade writing that says "Shut down Soluna Park," and she's holding like a sign that says "Don't forget about Max Tilly, John Shilton, Alice Shilton, and Ed Turner."
I'm I'm gonna hide my tattoo that I just got from leaving the park so I can get back in. So it makes it seem like I didn't buy a ticket already, and I'm gonna like signal the kid to do this, the Ricky to do the same thing.
Okay, so you guys approach Christine Rigsdale, who would like to roll sharp, I think, to investigate a mystery.
I rolled a 10 with a
Holy
-1.
shit! Okay, so you get to ask 2 questions.
Okay. I guess I'll ask what happened here.
What happened here is that a young man named Max Tilly broke his arm on a roller coaster when the latch belt slammed down, snapping his arm in half. John and Alice Chilton both suffered sprained ankles and broken legs on a roller coaster, and Ed Turner was thrown from a cart during a loop and broke his back and hips and several ribs because the latch on the seat belt unlatched in the middle of a loop as he was going up and threw him from the cart.
And they didn't die, they were just severely injured.
Yes.
Which roller coaster were they on?
Figure 8.
Is that the metal roller coaster?
It's a metal roller coaster, yep.
What's being concealed here? Spill it, old lady.
So she thinks that it's just mechanical failure. She doesn't think the creature is human. It's just mechanical error.
So we've asked her 2 questions. We have names and we have a ride. So we're gonna go check out that metal ride, the figure 8. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me, brah.
Okay, so you make your way down over to the metal roller coasters, and you come across the figure 8, which has an impressively long line and is just like a series of figure 8 loops that kind of come in a loop back to the beginning. That's a really poor description.
All right. So we'll take the fast pass through and see if we can.
You think you mean the quickie stick?
You're right. I'm sorry. That's trademarked. We're gonna take our quickie sticks.
So as you approach the figure 8, you see a young gentleman with reddish hair, not really saying much to the customers.
I'm gonna approach him
Okay.
and say, "Excuse me. Does he have a name tag?"
He does.
What's
His name is Ron.
Excuse me, Ron. We are a part of the roller coaster safety provisional security division, and we are just kind of giving a few checkups on all the rides here, and we just had a couple questions for you. Do you have a moment?
Yeah, just so long as I can still get people on the rides. I'm the only one working this ride right now.
This seems like a pretty popular ride. Why are you the only one working it?
Oh, James took off, so he'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Well, were you or James the ones that did the security checks on this ride this morning?
Actually, it was James that was the one doing the security checks.
And how long have you been working here?
I've been working here for the past 6 months. Pretty much everyone has, actually.
And were you here when Max, John, Allison, or Ed were injured?
Yeah, I mean, I remember hearing something about it. I wasn't really working the figure 8. I kind of like float everywhere.
How long have you been working on this ride currently? Like, what's your consecutive time on this ride?
I've been here for about like 3 days. My
Okay.
my previous ride that I was working on was the plummet.
Okay. Well, we're gonna hop on the ride, and as soon as James gets back, let him know that some people would like to talk to him, and we'll be waiting for him. Okay.
Sure. Please
All right.
jump into the ride.
Front
Buckle
row,
yourselves in.
I do so.
Okay. The ride slowly treks forward before being slingshotted forward into regular speed. The ride continues through a series of figure 8s on the tracks. During the last loop on the track before coming back to home base, one of the seat bars becomes loose and a cart behind you and springs open. Someone screams out for help, but while holding onto dear life, while their arms, like the seatbelt isn't on anymore.
Are they one cart behind us?
There are like 2 carts behind you.
There's nothing I can do to save this person at this point other than yell for somebody to stop. But these people are yelling louder than me, probably. So continue with your narration.
But like it's coming back on the home ride, so like it's literally on the last trek before it pulls into the home base. So you guys are almost near the end, anyways. But So you guys pull up to the home base, and she like immediately jumps out and runs over to Ron and says, "That bar sprung up on me. You told me that you did the checks. I thought you said you did the checks." And Ron's just kind of like, "First of all, I didn't say I did the checks to you. Second of all, let me go and grab Jacob, and he'll come and tighten the screws. Just a second." And he like walks over to his walkie-talkie, and he like walkies for somebody. And within a couple minutes, a guy who's a little bit taller than him and like with shaggy blonde hair comes up with like a duffel bag, like a black duffel bag. He goes, "Hey Ronnie, where's the problem?" And Ron just like points to the bar, and he's like, "And make it speedy. People are getting anxious."
Okay. In that time frame, because
Yep.
we went on a ride, we interviewed a guy, and a new guy came in several minutes and fixed a ride. Is James back?
Yes, James is back.
All right, Ricky, stop that mechanic from going anywhere, and I'm gonna get James over here before he starts getting a little bit antsy with another girl in line.
Can I borrow your badge?
No, you can borrow not my gun either.
Well, okay. I'll do my best. I'm gonna try to stop the mechanic. I'm just gonna like roll up on him on my skateboard and just like start like skating around him in a circle to try to like fence him in.
Jacob kind of like stops, or slows his tracks a little bit, and just like watches you and goes, "Hey, kid, what's up?"
I'm with the Federal Bureau of Amusement Park Investigation and Reconnaissance, and my partner and I need to ask you some questions.
Yeah, and what of it?
We're investigating all the reports of all the rides malfunctioning, people getting hurt. How long? Do you know anything about that?
Listen, kid, and he like bends down and he opens up his duffel bag and he like hands you a series of like broken screws and bolts and stuff, and he's like, "You see these pieces here, buddy? I'm sure that you can imagine how many springs and screws and nuts and bolts there are on an old ride such as the Figure Eight. Do you really think that I have time to go through every single nut and bolt and spring to replace them all?
Well, it is your job.
Have a good day, kid." And he like picks up his duffel bag and like walks off. So Oscar, James comes out of the woods and he's looking pretty disheveled.
Is this like a good-looking guy, or is this like some slob?
I'm saying he's looking like a Chris Evans.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna approach this James guy. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, James, I heard you did the safety checks this morning. I'm working with your boss here to figure out to just like do some regular safety checks. Do you mind answering a few questions?"
Yeah, man, but you know, Tim and Martha didn't say anything about safety checks, bro. Like,
Yeah,
they
that's the
didn't say
point
that
of.
you were gonna come around.
Yeah, do you ever hear about a food inspector giving warning about coming over? No, this is a security check that's sudden. All right, so we're just making sure everybody's doing their job every single day. So, do you mind answering some questions?
Sure, man, if it'll get you off my back quicker.
So, can we do a sharp check on this first and foremost?
So you want to do?
So I wanted to get them out of the way, and then I'm just gonna hold off on any questions if I do have any to have.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Ugh.
You got a 3. Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's a bad thing happens, right?
So unless you want to change it to a 12 by using a point of luck if you feel it's really important.
Yeah.
I do actually think this is pretty important because this ride is where all the injuries are happening. So I will do that. So I'm gonna check off a box on luck. I assume
Yep. On luck. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll change that to a 12.
Okay. So you get to ask me 2 questions, but you don't have to do it now.
All right, James. So we were wondering, were you the one that did the security checks this morning?
Yeah, I was the one that did the security checks and everything checked out.
And do you follow any regulation protocol, or do you have a pamphlet that you have to follow, or any checklist?
Yeah, man, I got a checklist for you back at the ride. Everybody has one on a clipboard.
Yeah, and you have it signed by your superior that you did do all of these checks and everything?
Martha? Heck yeah. She really makes sure that we're all doing our jobs properly, man.
Is Martha your superior for this ride or for the park?
Martha and Tim, well, Tim's like the owner, but he hired like probably like 6 months ago because Tim's never really owned like a roller coaster park before. Martha knows a thing or two about business and how to run it and make it safe. So like, yeah, Martha's our boss, but like Tim's her boss.
I'm gonna like gesture over to Ricky real quick to like kind of talk to him in private. when do you think these accidents started happening? Because I'm pretty sure in the commercial they said it was started happening 6 months ago, right?
Yeah.
I think this Martha might not be a bad lead. We should try and find her. What do you think?
Who's Martha? Why did you say that name?
So, okay, now I have my questions for the DM, my 2 questions. So,
Sure.
what happened at this ride? What happened here?
What happened at the ride?
Yeah. So what's going on? Like what are these people hiding from us? So you can count that as both what is being concealed here and what is happening here, because that's the 2 questions I was going to ask.
Okay.
Because
So
something's
what's
definitely-
happening here is that the rides are springing open, but not through the fact that they're rusty. They're being specifically tampered with. And what's being concealed here is that nobody in the line is a witness to what happens during the ride. It's only what's happening to the people that know what's happening.
So it's not like something I can blame on Jacob.
Well, I can't really answer that.
Right.
All I
Okay.
can tell you is that the people in the line can't see what's happening on the roller coaster ride.
I guess we're heading from the figure 8 towards Tim, and on the way we are looking for anybody in uniform that looks like an owner that could be Martha.
We're looking for people who look like they might be Martha. But also, yeah, just heading back towards Tim's, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So on your way, you take the path down Carnival Street, and as you come up to Tim's office, you see like a lady that has like long flowing ebony hair and carrying like a bag of popcorn, and she just like walks into Tim's office and like doesn't seem to knock or anything. And then as you approach the office, you notice that one of the windows is open to the office. So what do you do?
Wow. I think you already know. You have set it up, girl. We are hiding in those damn bushes outside that damn window, and we are listening in on that gossip.
Okay. So inside, you hear the following conversation. Tim says, Martha, I just thought you should know that there's some agents. Well, a agent with a child, who's investigating the safety checks on all of the roller coaster rides. Now, I thought you told me that you weren't going to be doing any more, mayhem while we were going to be offering people free admission. Oh, Tim, relax, my dear. Of course, everything's fine. I made sure everyone did a thorough check before letting anybody into the park, and I personally signed off on all the checks. Listen, Martha, today's a big day, especially with this much press. And the fact that Christine is still outside picketing, like, what are we gonna do? You told me you were gonna help me get rid of her. Yeah, I know. I've got a plan for that. Don't you worry. Besides, don't you have some fireworks that you need to go order for tonight? Martha, just don't let anything happen while I'm gone. And he like storms out of the office and leaves.
I'm gonna go inside. Like, we caught you in the act, Martha. You're busted.
And Martha just like turns around and like looks at you and then calmly sits down on the couch and just eats her popcorn. And she's like, and what exactly did you catch me in the act of doing?
What my friend here is trying to say is we wanted to ask you a couple questions, but you seem to already be here and in a quiet place for us, so we can, it's kind of the perfect atmosphere. You've made things perfect. We've caught you in the act of being perfect. You look wonderful today.
While he's gonna interrogate Martha, can I poke around in the office, like go down that hallway you mentioned earlier that we never went down before?
Yeah, if he wants to kind of like distract her.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, man, you keep this lady busy. I'm gonna go poke around and do some detective work.
Okay, so there's a short hallway immediately to the right of the door that leads down to 2 more rooms. On the left-hand side, there's a door that's partly open, and then directly in front of you, there's a door that's also partly open.
I'll poke my head into the room on the left first.
Okay. On the left-hand side, there is yet another couch and what seems to be a single bed that's dressed up to be a couch. So there's like 2 couches on like perpendicular walls. It has a mounted TV on the lateral side, and it seems to have litter on the floor. Upon closer inspection, one can notice that it's leftover food trash that has never made it into the overflowing trash can between the bed and the couch. The bedroom is also retrofitted with a mini kitchenette consisting of a full fridge, a counter height table with shelving under it, and a toaster oven on it, immediately behind the door on the left-hand side.
I'll go dig through the trash can, see if I can find anything incriminating.
Do you want to maybe... Wait, hold on. Do I want you to do that? I don't know.
I guess I could roll read a bad situation for this part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to roll a bad situation? But it's not necessarily a bad situation. But
no, but I might be in one soon. I never know what's in the next room either.
That's true, but at the same time, there's also like you can always there's some questions on there that will be able to tell you whether or not you're in a bad situation too. So,
do you want me to roll read a bad situation?
Sure, roll sharp for me.
Watch, this one's gonna be really bad. It was a 3.
Oh my god, it's a 3.
I'm gonna spend 1 luck on that to make it a 12.
Wow. Okay. So what would you like to know? Because with a 12, you can ask me 2 questions, I believe.
Hang on, I'm gonna check the player moves.
Okay.
No, I get 3 on a 12.
Oh, sorry.
It is 2 for investigate a mystery, but it's 3 for read a bad situation. So we weren't wrong before.
Oh,
just
okay.
letting you know.
Okay, thank you.
You know, if there's nobody in this room. It's just trash on the floor, pretty much.
Is that one of your
and
questions?
Everything else you described. Well, I'm just asking you to remind me what's in this room.
Oh yeah. No. It's just like littered with trash, basically.
All right, I'm gonna back out and poke my head into the other room.
Okay. So, in the last room, immediately the end, it's a full bath, complete with a tub, shower, sinks, closet, toilet, and a small, like apartment-sized washer and dryer. But it doesn't seem to be as dirty, but it does still not look the cleanest.
I'm gonna look inside the washer and dryer.
Okay. The washer doesn't have anything in it, and the dryer seems to be full of dry, clean clothes.
What kind of clothes?
Like t-shirts, shorts, underwear.
I'm gonna go back to the first room and dig through the trash can.
Sure.
Is there anything in the trash can?
Just a series of like wrappers and things, popcorn bag, like cotton candy sticks.
Can I use my mundane move called Oops, which is if I want to, I can stumble across something important.
Oh, yes.
It says if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper you will find something important and useful, but not necessarily related to your immediate problem.
That's cool.
Okay. Oh, wait, are you doing that now?
Yes, I'm doing that now.
Oh, sorry.
I activate Oops.
So as you're looking around for the trash on the floor, you notice that there is a brown, old, leather-bound book that's kind of shoved underneath the couch in the far back corner. And it's got like yellowing pages that look ripped and ruffled up. And it's got like a weird symbol on the front of it, but you're not quite sure what it is.
Can I flip through the pages?
Sure. And as you flip through the pages, you see furthering of symbols, different languages written on the pages, and what looks to be dry blood on some of the pages.
I wonder if this is important. I'll take it with me.
Know.
I'll tuck it into my jacket.
Jackie, as Ricky kind of like shuffles off, Martha, she's like, "So, officer, I'm assuming, what can I do you for?"
Well, you can do me for a lot of things, but right now what I'm here for is but right now what you can do is tell me, have you been the one that's been signing off on all of the safety checks every morning for the past
Why,
6
of
months?
course, darling, because that is my job.
Now, do you have any problem employees at this park?
Absolutely not. All my employees are absolute dream.
So, do you have any say, or do you have anything to note to me as a member of the Canadian Roller Coaster Protection Agency Division Supervisor Team?
Boy, that is
Agency?
a mouthful.
Yeah, it's called Seamstuck, or we're called Seamstress for short. Anyway.
It's like the third time you've changed it.
I know, it's making
I
it
don't.
harder.
What's funny to me is you keep making up these fake government organizations you work for when you work for a real government organization.
Yeah, but they can't know that. Now, we're kind of taking a look into the recent injuries in your park. When you came to the park, what was it, 6 months ago, right?
Why, yes, I do believe it was so.
So 6 months ago, was there anything strange or of note, or was there any changes to rides, or is there anything you can tell me about the park so that I can continue keeping everybody safe?
Why, sure, I can provide you some information on that as well. And she like turns around to like the filing cabinet and she like pulls something out from like the
Does she
bottom
bend over to
drawer.
get into the filing cabinet?
She
Nailed
absolutely
it.
bends over.
Nailed it. All right. Anyway.
I was literally describing that as you're asking me. So like she bends over from the bottom drawer to like pick up like a file, and she turns around and she hands it to you. She's like, these are all the paperworks from 6 months ago when Tim bought the park, when I was hired from Tim, and when I hired each and every single employee, because just quite frankly, the old carnies that worked here were just too old and they didn't really care. So we hired all new, young, fresh, hip staff to get along with the young, fresh, hip people that come in and want to, spend time on having fun on carnival rides.
All right. Well, that's all I have for you today, Martha. But or for now, are you going to be here until 8 p.m.?
Oh, sugar, I'm going to be here all night long.
All right. Well, I will keep
Wah,
that in
wah,
mind.
wah, wah, wah.
And just I'll be in touch very much. A lot of touch.
Sure. Do you mind if I snag a business card from you?
Oh, of course. Now I left my business cards in the car, but I can give you my phone number if that's what you need.
Perfect.
And I'll take a pen and I'll write it on the palm of her hand. And just,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna grab Junior and we're gonna walk out. All right, so Junior, I think I'm running out of clues here. It seems like everybody's running by the book here. I'm starting to think you might be more right than I originally let on. What do you know about what's going on here?
Oh yeah, they're running things by the book, and that book is the Necronomicon! And I pull out the scary book I found.
Wait, Kellen, you forgot to ask your last read a situation question, and we're about to change scenes.
What's the biggest threat?
Martha.
What's the best way to protect the victims?
Read the book.
Okay, fair enough. I found this when I was poking around in one of the rooms. It looks like a creepy spell book or something.
Oh, geez. Okay. Have you taken a look at it yet?
I flipped through it a little more. I didn't understand too much. I think it's written in another language. I think Martha's the main threat here. She seemed really suspicious to me. I just got a bad vibe off of her.
Really? I had a lot of good vibes from her.
Well, that's because you only think with your scrot, man.
Kellen, you can't fucking say that. Oh my god.
It's true.
Well, that's because you're an adult, man. And adults aren't. You're obviously bamboozled by your feminine wiles.
All right. So you think it's Martha is a problem, and this
I'm like
book-
90% sure it's Martha.
Okay, you're 90% sure. I have to believe a 13-year-old kid here. From what I can tell, none of the employees seem to be any problem whatsoever.
Maybe they're all brainwashed by Martha.
Right. I totally believe that. I could totally believe that because Martha seems to be the only one that has her shit straight here. Everyone else doesn't seem to know what the hell's going on. Martha seems to have records of everything, so she seems to have her tracks covered. She seems to be knowledgeable, which is a problem because it's hard to investigate somebody that has knowledge of like how to protect themselves. I'm kind of running out of places to go here. This is usually where I kind of let it like somebody else kind of like fill in the blanks. I'm kind of doing rubber ducky right now.
I mean, we got to figure something out about this book. I just don't know where we would go to figure it out. Allie, where would we go if we wanted to leave the park to find out more about this book?
Well, I mean, the library is also a good place.
I don't know the Dewey Decimal number for an ancient tome.
Yeah, that's handwritten.
So I'm gonna move the timeline forward a little bit. So you guys go and like sit and you eat like some churros or something. As the day creeps into shadows, you notice that like a bunch of people are coming and going and like rotating shifts and positions and things like that. Tim comes back and goes right into his right into the maintenance shed and drops off whatever was in his hands, and he like sees you and he makes his way over and he's got a big smile. He's like, "Officers, how's the investigation going?"
It cuts to us and we're like dripping wet, and it's like we finished checking out all the water rides in the park. It took a while though.
The investigation's going all right. We are pretty sure your employees are pretty diligent, but we're a little bit unsure about the safety of your rides with their current equipment. We think maybe your safety regulations were not fully done. We think you should close the park down for a few days, just to finish doing some further investigations on everything.
And quick question as the GM, is the book that you guys are investigating out in the open?
I mean, I think I tuck it away as soon as someone else shows up.
How well do you tuck it away, though?
What, do you want me to roll for it? You want to make me roll for it, you big GM?
Or
Yeah, fucking roll
you know
for
what?
it. Act.
You know what? You should
roll
just
a cool
reveal
to
it.
act under pressure. Roll a cool
Have
to
have
act
it
under
that we
pressure.
were reading it, and then he spots it because maybe that'll advance the story a little bit.
That's
I
what I'm
also
trying to make you
rolled a 5.
Okay, he sees the book.
do. What you got there, Constable Chavez?
That's porn.
I fucking quit. So Tim kind of like holds his hands out and like waits for you to give him the book.
Okay, I'll hand the book over.
So as soon as Tim sees like the spine of the book, he immediately like gets wide-eyed and grasps it, and he goes, "You boys in my office now!" and like just runs to his office.
Hey, we're the officers. We'll give the orders around here. Meet us in your office right now.
All right. Yep.
You guys follow Tim into the office, and he like immediately covers all the blinds, and he like closes all the windows, and he like just turns on like one lone lamp in the corner, and he like looks at you guys, and he's like, "Lock the damn door now."
What seems to be the issue as I'm walking over to lock the door?
Did you let Martha see this?
No,
No, I'm looking out real good, sir.
The fact that how did you even get this? Were you going through my shit? What the fuck is going on here?
Hey, man, I'm a federal agent, man.
Yeah, we just had a warrant.
Yeah, really? Where's your warrant now, huh?
Oh, we lost it in the water slide.
Yep. Yeah, it got torn up in the water slide. Yeah, he got it.
Okay, first of all, this is my book. You had absolutely no right, regardless of a wet warrant or not.
Show you a wet warrant.
Well, technically, sir, we haven't left the amusement park, so technically we never removed it from your property.
Okay. So, if Martha didn't see this, were you guys able to read any of the scripture inside of this book?
Do I look like a Jehovah's Witness? Of course not.
So you guys don't know what this is about, do you?
Not yet, but you're gonna tell us.
You're damn right, little buddy. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, damn, it actually worked.
Because I need to get the hell out of this. And you are going to help me.
Okay, I'm 13, just keep that in mind.
So this book is a summoning book. And about 8 months ago, I summoned Martha to help me in a new business venture. So she helped me take care of some business before I bought this park. And then she's been helping me ever since. But the thing is, though, is that she's slipping out of her contract, and she's getting harder and harder to get rid of her. And I can't do it by myself anymore. And she's just growing too powerful every day that she stays here.
You summoned a demon named Martha?
I summoned a demon trickster. She just chose the name Martha.
Okay.
Like a succubus?
No, like a demon trickster.
Wait, can I investigate a mystery?
Yes, you absolutely may.
Is 5 enough for one question?
Nope.
No, 5's a failure.
You need to get like a 7 or higher.
Do you think I should investigate him or put a luck point into this because we kind of want to know what creature it is?
Use it or lose it, right?
Yeah, true. Okay, so I'll use my luck point. What sort of creature is it, DM?
She's primarily, like I said, she's primarily a trickster. Like, she enjoys causing chaos like a trickster does. You know what I mean? She's not really like a low-level demon. She's kind of like a mid, you can find her at a crossroads, or you can find her like in a book to summon.
What can it hurt? What can hurt it? Sorry.
What could hurt it? Technically, nothing physical can hurt her.
Great.
But she has a weakness to a battle of wits, and she has a weakness to the spiritual ritual.
So we can't hurt her physically, but we can hurt her emotionally.
Yeah, basically.
So we have to desummon her. All right.
Basically, yeah.
Right. So we have to
Or
figure out.
challenge her to a battle of wits.
Maybe we can challenge her to a fiddle contest. That usually works.
So you said this is a demon trickster, right, Tim? So does that mean that you summoned her?
Yes.
Right. And how did you do that ritual? Like, did you use the book itself? Did you use a catalyst? Did you use an effigy? What kind of thing was going on here?
So I just lit several candles and mixed a bowl of ingredients. Atop a Baphomet symbol, which is a goat head inside of a pentagram.
A head
Baphomet.
inside
A goat head inside of a pentagram.
Oh, okay. What was that called? A Baphomet?
I think
Baphomet. It's like
Yeah.
it's a Baphomet.
Baphomet. Oh, okay. Baphomet.
Yeah, that's a type of demon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I said like a specific incantation, which I'm personally not going to attempt to say out loud.
Don't say it again. You might summon another one.
So I'll have Tim open the book to the page where he summoned her and point to the words on the page.
But there was no. It doesn't seem like there's anything left over from the summoning that's like binding her to this world or anything like that.
Well, see, that's the thing, is that when you summon a trickster, you have to sign a contract.
Right. And what was your contract supposed to say?
So, and then so like he like files through like a bunch of paperwork and he's like, God damn it, where is it? Where is it? And he's like looking through like a bunch of paperwork and he's like throwing things and whatever. And then he like finally finds it and it's like on a rolled up piece of like parchment paper. He's like, here it is. And he like gently unrolls it and he's like, I hereby bind myself, Tim Netto, to Martha Soretti to in order like for a business contract. In this business contract, she will help me create and sustain my theme park business to the point of utter success, riches, and wealth beyond compare. And she will have full range to do what she wants and enjoys to do within a reasonable limit. But as you notice, the stronger she gets, the less and less powerful this ink is. And he's like showing it to you. It looks like the ink is fading. And he's like, so I think that because the ink is fading, her contract is getting less and less stronger, which can cause more and more damage. She's the reason why everyone's getting hurt on these goddamn rides. She's causing them to be injured.
Do demon tricksters gain anything from injured humans or from killing people? Or
They think it's hilarious. They think it's a game.
And is Martha enlisted anybody else's help at this point? Like Jacob or James?
Every single person that she's hired is a demon that works for her.
Uh-huh.
Well, what if like since the contract said her end of the bargain, she had to make the theme park a success, right?
Yeah, and she's made it a success. Like,
well, what if we just wreck up the place and like make you go out of business? Wouldn't that invalidate your contract and make her go away?
Yeah,
he would kill you before he did that.
Also, that doesn't help the owner of the park itself.
No, and that's why I've told Christine to stay on the outside of the park and picketing the park where Martha can't get her, because Martha would have killed her ass by now.
Wait, so Martha can't leave the amusement park?
No.
Why don't you just leave then?
Because I'm tied here as well. If she can't leave, I can't leave.
Where did she stay?
Where does she stay?
Yeah, where's Martha's domain?
Well, she's slowly taking over my office, but she usually just stays in the maintenance shed.
With Jacob?
Well, and everybody else, yeah.
Oh, everyone stays at the maintenance shed.
All the demons live in the maintenance shed.
It's bigger than you'd think. They have an illusion spell over it.
Interesting. Do you have anything else you think you could ask, Ricky?
What time is it? Because I gotta be home by 9.
Yeah, about that. It's like 9:30.
Oh, well, I'm already late, so I might as well stay.
So now it's sunset, because it's 9:30. And then Tim's like, okay, so I have to go out and get, like, the fireworks set out. But I need you guys to keep this book, like, either on hand or take a picture of the page. And then, like, leave the book here, because if Martha sees you have the book, she will kill you.
So, it sounds... but, Ricky...
Yeah.
Let me kind of, like, go over this with you here. I think we have two options. One, we challenge her to a mental duel, if we think we can handle her. Or two, we figure out how to bind her.
I think we can take her.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the duel is probably the best bet. And if it doesn't work out, well, it was a one shot anyway.
Besides, I got backup and I pull out my nunchucks, which are like black, heavy plastic nunchucks with glow in the dark flame decals on them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said that physical attacks don't really do anything, so I don't
No,
think
it's fine. I send in 5 box tops for these.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You keep those close. Those will be our saving grace. All right. So, let's go over to the tool shed or whatever.
All right, let's go bust this demon. I do a kickflip along the way.
Okay. Show me your stat.
Another 5. That's 3 in a row. I beef it.
Wow.
We also had 3
Ugh.
threes in a row.
I know, it's nuts.
So you guys walk your way over. Jacob comes out of the maiden shed and he's got his duffel bag with him. And he looks at you guys and he can notice that something is off. And he's just like, "Hey guys, what are you doing over here?"
Nothing. We're just here to see Martha. Is she around?
No, actually, Martha's.
Where is she?
She's in Carnival Street.
Carnival Street. Perfect. Well, then we're gonna go find her.
Why do you guys need Martha so badly?
It's official government business.
Yeah, we're just we have some more questions for her. That's all. You know what's going up.
Also, for the record, Mr. Mechanic, I know what iron oxide is. You don't have to explain it to me like I'm an idiot.
Okay. Have a fun night, kid.
All right, we're going over to Carnival Street to look for Martha.
Okay, so Martha is standing next to the whack-a-mole carnival stand with a girl who's like 4'10", blonde hair, green eyes, and like they're just talking away because not a lot of people are at the whack-a-mole station.
Hey Martha, we have something to talk to you about. Do you mind if we go over to somewhere private real quick?
Martha turns around and sees you, and she's like, "Oh, of course, anything for you, babe. What can I help you with?"
Somewhere more private, like back to the office, or to the tool shed, or maybe the washroom. I don't know.
We're okay here.
All right, let me break it to you like this: we are definitely smarter than you, and we definitely think we're gonna summon you back to the hell you came from.
Oh, really? Well, who told you that, and what makes you think that you are gonna be successful?
You're just a big tell. You're just a walking tell. I don't know if you can tell by the size of your boots, but nobody that works in the amusement park industry walks around with boots like that. You lady just are a big tell.
Also, we found the book.
She looks at Ricky all alarmed, and then looks back at Jackie, and he's like, "Really?" And riddle me this: was it a good read?
Yeah, it's an ad legendum eos pariter eos caram me. Good read.
She just kind of chuckles and brushes it off. She's like, "Yeah, sweetheart, you're gonna need some candles, a goat's head, and a pentagram. Nice try."
Well, you're the goat head, and the candles are all around us in this park, so I'm pretty sure that's good enough. So let's go.
Pentagram, because that's the most important part there, novice. And she snaps her fingers, and suddenly Caitlin, Jacob, and a man named Phil come running. What?
A man named Phil who just happened to be nearby.
Well, he's
is nearby.
He's filling in the gaps.
Just let me do it.
I'm sorry. It's just funny that he had a name.
I know. So they all come running over, and they're kind of around Martha, and Martha's looking hella pissed now, and she's just like, "Yeah, about that. If you are gonna try and summon back to where I came from, you're gonna have to summon back at least 50 of my friends with me."
And I'm assuming this isn't a battle of wit then.
Nope, you have now engaged in a physical battle, which is why Caitlin, Jacob, and Phil are here.
Okay.
So Martha's going to take a step backwards, and Jacob is going to pull out a wrench and a crowbar from his duffel bag and dual wield. And Caitlin's going to hold the whack-a-mole hammer, and then Phil's going to ready his water pressure gun from the water race booth.
I don't feel like we should be fighting because there's more of them than there are us.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't fighting. I'm like, I'm here to talk things out here.
Martha,
Like,
we challenge you to a battle of wits.
oh, there we go.
And Martha just kind of like pauses and like holds her hand up to like back them off for a second, and she's like, "Really? And what is a 13 gonna outwit?"
Wait, do I get to propose the contest here?
Yeah, if you're the one that's declaring it, you're the one that gets to propose it.
There's only one way to settle things appropriately. I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull something out. I'm gonna hold it out above my head, and it's a Nintendo Switch with 2 Joy-Cons. You have to beat me at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
That's not a battle of wits. That's just a battle of luck and button mashing. Nice try.
Oh wow, you sound like a real scrub.
Doesn't sound like a gamer girl to me. Jeez.
Oh man, I'm a fake gamer.
Fuck.
Okay, how about this? I challenge you to a battle of wits. We're going to play the best 3 out of 5 carnival games. And if I win, then I get to sleep with Jackie.
Done.
And if I lose, then I'll leave.
Done. This sounds like
No.
a win-win.
All of the other demons have to leave too. No loopholes.
And if you win, all of the demons have to sleep with me as well. I don't know about you, but this sounds like all win to me.
Wait a minute. Didn't the guy say we have to offer her something or else she'll cheat?
Yeah, my body.
I don't think that's good enough.
Wow, kid. Rude. Fine, we'll offer her the book. How about that?
Oh, that's a really good counteroffer.
No, okay. Well, I'm ready for this battle of wits. Let's do it. Let's go do some carnival games that have nothing to do with wit and all with skill. What's the first one?
Why don't we go to the water gun race station?
Okay. How does assisting people work in this?
There's like a help move you can do, I think.
Yeah, it uses my cool stat.
Yeah. When you help another hunter roll plus cool on a 10+, your help grants them a +1 to their roll. On a 7-9, your help grants them +1 to their roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. So if you succeed on your roll, you can improve another player's roll by +1.
Oh, that's awful. All right. I have 5 luck rolls left.
So you guys approach like the water gun station and you grab up the water pistols. So are you ready?
Sure. What do I do? I've never been to a carnival before.
Are you serious?
I want to see what her rules are. I don't want to look on a loophole here.
Well, take this gun, you squeeze the trigger, and you shoot out the water to the target. The first person to make their little character run all the way up the pole and hits the bell wins.
Seems easy enough. Do both of us play or one of us?
I'd like to participate.
So I guess both of us will do it? Okay, what are we rolling?
Kick some ass, I guess.
Tough?
Tough, yeah.
Wow.
I got
Okay.
a fucking 4.
Oh wow, I actually got an 8.
So, here's what I think happens. So, Ricky, you rolled a 4. I think the gun is just a little bit too heavy for you. You know what I mean?
Damn my poor 13-year-old noodle arms.
Jackie, you keep a pretty steady aim, but at the last, like, minute, you kind of, like, feel like a shove in the shoulder from Martha, and she, like, bumps your water gun out of the way.
Okay. So they beat us?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Alright. That's 1-0. What's the next game?
You have a choice. You can either do balloon dart, dunk tank, ring the bell, or whack-a-mole.
Let's do whack-a-mole. Ricky, you're up. I'll be watching this time.
Okay.
So use tough.
11.
Wow.
Fine, I was gonna say I'm gonna shoot the guy in the arm.
Wow.
When it goes to his turn.
You mean you're gonna shoot Martha in the arm?
Sure, if she's playing, yeah, I'm shooting Martha in the arm.
Why?
So because she wants to cheat, I'm gonna be doing it the same thing. She's a demon. She ain't gonna die. She'll live.
Then you need to roll tough as if you're gonna shoot her then.
Sure.
Do we need to? I won.
Yeah, well,
I'm tougher than you are.
yeah, I didn't know tough was what did shooting. That sucks.
So you miss.
Yep, clearly.
But Ricky still wins. So it's 1-1.
Alright, Ricky, why don't you choose the next one?
Let's go with balloon darts.
So you guys go over to the balloon dart station. Who wants to go on this one?
Balloon darts? Ricky, why don't you go ahead again? I'll be making sure that they don't cheat again.
All right, I'm pretty good with throwing things. I played a lot of the Nintendo Wii back in my day, and by my day I mean
Great,
like 2 years ago.
Are they doing it at the same time? Is it like first one to pop the most balloons?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot Martha again.
Why don't you shoot the balloons, but do it stealthily? I rolled a 6.
Wow.
There's no way to do it
Or you could,
stealthily.
or you could try to help and bump my roll up to a 7, which would be a mixed success.
Sure. I will do that. I will do both. I will do whatever I can, my friend. I will roll for cool. Sure.
Wow.
There
Good
you go.
job.
He rolled a 9.
You're gonna bump up to a 7, which is like a mixed success. So what I think happens here is that the demon that's working the balloon dart machine or game is kind of like he's using his telekinesis ability to try to like move your darts, but he's not like doing it overly well because they're not like good at telekinesis. But he does manage to turn around some like darts, like they just seem to bounce off the wall and then like come flying back at you, but like with the pointy end. So you take like 2 harm.
Me or Jackie?
You, Ricky.
Oh, did I win?
No, Martha won. So it's
What the
2-1.
heck?
I should have shot her.
So now you can either do dunk tank or whack-a-mole.
We already did whack-a-mole.
We already did.
Oh, what? I thought we did ring the bell. Never mind.
Well, we
I
said
guess we do
whack-a-mole,
dunk
but I think you narrated as if it were ring the bell.
Oops.
So let's do dunk tank, I guess then.
Okay. Dunk tank.
Who's on the?
The way this is going, we're probably gonna lose.
Probably Jacob.
Yeah, that's why I'm shooting her. Jacob's going
Yeah.
in the tank. All right. Do I have to roll a tough check every time I shoot my 9mm, or can I just unload the clip into the thing?
I mean, that's how you. If you're gonna be attacking something, you gotta roll tough.
Sounds good. I'm gonna roll tough to shoot the dunk tank. I'm not gonna throw the stupid beanbag.
Ooh, is it a 5? Man.
Yep.
The bullets go ricocheting and flying off of things. You actually get hit by the ricocheted bullet, so whatever your harm is, gun, you now take the harm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's already won 3 out of 5. Is there even a point in playing the last one?
Nope. So, we need to come see a medic of sorts?
Yep. Guess so. I guess I've lost, and I'm gonna go take my cruel punishment in the medics lounge.
Allie, is there grass around?
Yeah.
Can I look around in the grass for some little burrs?
Burrs?
Yeah,
Sure.
like little pokey seeds. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I find some?
Sure.
Okay, cool. As Jackie's talking to him, I'm gonna pull out my multi-tool, which is one of the weapons I have. I said at the beginning.
Yep.
I'm gonna start scratching something into the dirt,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna finish it off by sticking my glow-in-the-dark nunchucks in the ground next to the thing I just scratched into the dirt.
And that captures Martha's attention, so she's gonna look over. Ricky, what are you doing?
Why don't you come over here and find out? Bet you can't catch me.
Well, that's a little bit of a nuisance, isn't it? And like, so she like walks over.
Hey, here's a battle of wits for you. What do you call the seeds of the bristly starbur plant?
What on earth are you talking about?
They're called goat's heads. I'm gonna toss the burr seeds I found at her onto the pentagram I just cut in the dirt with my 2 glow-in-the-dark nunchucks acting as makeshift candles. I'm gonna say the incantation. Ad legandum eos pariter eos coram me.
Can you roll weird?
Luck roll it. Just do it.
Oh
Fuck the
my
roll.
god, you got a 5.
I'm gonna spend a luck. It's a 12.
Yep.
Fuck the narrative drama. We're in desperate, dire straits now.
Okay, so you grabbed Martha in your makeshift thing.
Martha, I want to make a contract with you.
Oh.
For this contract, I want you and all of your servants of the dark side to return back to the plane from whence you came and never return.
What are you going to offer her in return?
In return, I'll give you this. And I'll hold out my skateboard.
Yeah. About your skateboard, buddy, I can get a skateboard literally everywhere.
But you can't get my skateboard anywhere.
Kid, I appreciate the sentiment, but unless I get Jackie, I ain't going.
Okay. I'm in. Done. Seal's made. Contract is made. Where's the signature line? I'm in.
You want to go to hell with me?
Yep, going to hell with Martha. There you go. Problem solved.
So anticlimactic.
We can throw in the book with her.
I feel like that'd be an extraordinarily bad idea. All right. If you promise to leave and never come back, I promise I'll never skateboard again.
Ooh, that's
you like human suffering, don't you?
I do.
Well, I can't think of anything worse than that, so take it or leave it, bitch.
Oh, really? I guess if it's the best, but then I also want something from Jackie as well.
My body.
Can he still come with me?
Well, what if you get him for 24 hours, but he has to come back alive?
I literally do not see any problem with going along with this. This seems like a win-win to me. It sounds like a good time. I'm in. Let's just sign the contract.
So the contract states, and I quote, that Ricky Chavez will never skateboard again, and Jackie Chun gets to come to hell for 24 hours.
But he has to come back alive. She can't kill him.
But he has to come back alive with soul intact, right?
Yeah, and in return, Martha and all her demon slaves have to go back to hell and can never come back.
Okay.
As long as the terms are upheld, yeah.
So then she signs the contract, and she grabs her skateboard, and she kind of just smirks, and she looks at you, and she's like, I do sincerely hope that you find a different hobby. And then grabs, like, Jackie by the arm, like the one that he got shot in, and she was like, and you're coming with me for 24 hours starting now. And then, like, she snaps her fingers, and, like, everybody in the park, like, leaves. And so, like, the park is now completely abandoned.
Like, I'm like, walking home in the middle of the night, and my mom's gonna kill me because I'm super late.
Mm-hmm.
While, like, I've got my hands in my pockets and very downcast, and I stop on the street corner, and I look up at the night sky, and I think, I wonder if rollerblading would be considered cheating.